Hello everyone, it's Kavita from Red Door Yoga. Thank you for joining me for the Red Door Yoga Mini Sutra series online. Today I wanted to talk about the gift of forgiveness. Now, you have probably heard that forgiveness is actually for you, and that is the truth of it. Okay? It doesn't matter who you're forgiving for what. Forgiveness is primarily, first and foremost, for yourself. Now, it doesn't mean that the person that you're forgiving doesn't get anything out of it. They probably do. Some of them don't, okay? Depending on the situation, they don't get anything from it. Some of them say to you, I don't want your forgiveness. Some of them are dead, okay? Some of them you will never see again. Forgiveness is for you. So then the question is, of course, what is forgiveness? Well, forgiveness is the very conscious decision to no longer allow something to affect you, to push you around in any way, mentally, emotionally, or otherwise. Okay? And that's why forgiveness is for you. So, recently I had an old friend of mine tell me that he had been contacted by somebody who had bullied him when he was a kid. And they were seeking forgiveness. And sometimes that happens where the person comes to you and they ask for your forgiveness. He said to me, though, I'm not really feeling that charitable yet. His wife was suggesting that he do it, and I said to him, your wife is giving you good advice. But, I mention that because if you do not truly understand what forgiveness is, especially when somebody asks for it, you think you're doing them a favor. It's for you. You need to do it for you. Now, the question of why would you not forgive boils down to your attachment to the story and your attachment to the suffering that the story brings along for you. A lot of us, the two things that are occurring, one of them is that a lot of us don't know who we will be without that story. We've built our entire ego identity around that story. And without it, we don't know who we are. We don't know who we're supposed to have become or who we are supposed to become from now, right? And so that's part of the reason why a lot of us don't want to forgive. We want to hold on to our stories. The second reason is a lot of times we learn to like the suffering that comes with those stories. There's something about it that's juicy to us, okay? That's appealing to us. And when we juxtapose it against the idea of being at peace, we actually want the suffering. Now, if that's the case, you need to actually be willing to be very honest with yourself, that that's what you're doing, that you like the suffering for yourself. Now, eventually you won't, okay? But that may not be right now. If you want to actually come to that place of peace, then you need to start seeing your suffering very clearly. You need to start seeing how you are the perpetrator. You see, the thing that occurred usually has occurred, meaning it's in the past. And while that person may have visited this thing upon you, it is you who keep visiting it upon yourself since that time. You are the perpetrator. So you need to see that. You need to take ownership of that. And you need to see very clearly how you are the cause of your suffering. Then forgive. And forgive yourself. And forgive for yourself. Choose very consciously to no longer allow this thing to push you around. Be at peace. That is the gift of forgiveness. I hope this was helpful, everyone. I certainly enjoy being here and having these conversations with you. I look forward to seeing you again online. Some of you I'll see in the studio, some of you are in my mentorship, and I look forward to conversing with you all further. If you've got questions or comments, please do put them in the comment section. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Namaste.